Yeah.
You made the video, got 3 million views.
Go viral.
How do you proceed from there?
I literally do stand up in like a month, sell it out, like cleared the whole shit. These guys made a mistake of letting me be opener. So when I got off the stage, whole crowd leave. Like everything happened was like magical. Wow. It was crazy. And then I did more stand up, and then I did a podcast. I did a podcast out of Philadelphia, and I just liked it. Like I was like, oh, this is it. Like how you sit around, and just talk shit or whatever. And then from that podcast, I was on like the huge podcast. I ended up doing $1 million worth of game.
Yeah, well, how do you transfer from this smaller one to that?
I don't know, nigga. Just have shit start rolling.
They put a call out. They were trying to find.
Yeah, they had a issue with the first host or some old shit. You know what I mean about that? And then it was like a thing where if you made a video talking about you wanted to be on there, blah, blah, blah. And what I remember about that is when they put that video on there, like $1 million worth of game page, it got more views than any of the other posts. So it would have been like, you had to give a bitch a shot. And then when I went up there, you know how I go, we ended up doing a bunch of them the same day. So it was like, boom, up higher.
And you were just fucking with them right away? It was a great rapport?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I'm the type of bitch, like, I could hate you, right? Like, you could stink. These niggas ain't gonna know. Feel me? I'm Aquarius.
Really?
What?
You're good at hiding your true self?
You wouldn't even know.
Really?
Yeah.
You might hate me. I don't know. You're going to talk shit about me in the Sprinter after?
No.
You can. It's okay.
We ain't in Sprinters yet. We in Vans.
Okay. I wouldn't hold it against you.
Yeah. No, but seriously, I think that we meshed well. We all from Philly, you know what I mean? We from North Philly at that. We from the same side of Philly. So I think it was a good mesh and the people really enjoyed it. I think a lot of people got twisted though, because I wasn't a co-host, you feel me? I was just a guest that kind of stayed. So, because a lot of people were like, what happened? Why'd you leave? It was like, nigga, that wasn't, like they literally went from me to like big celebs. So I feel like it looked right on my end.
Because I've watched a bunch of episodes of their shit, but I always watch the interviews with rappers, like big name rappers and stuff. So I never really noticed that they had co-hosts, but I guess they kind of like stopped doing that at a certain point.
You totally, of all the $1 million worth of game fans, if that you didn't really see, you know what I mean? Because that's the for me, that was like the entertaining part. Them two, just, going back and forth with each other or having different people up there. Just them two alone is lit.
Did they want it to be like the Joe Budden podcast where it was just the same cast every week and then they sort of realized like, oh, we should pivot into interviewing rappers?
I would say probably fuck no, because Gilly, I don't think, no. I just think that they decided to go that direction with stars.
Well, they're going to get more views that way. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but for you to watch and enjoy that, like, you got to go back and look at them Jones because that's new, kind of. That's like the last year or 10 months or something like that. You know what I mean? Probably a year over a year.
It seems like that's when they really start blowing up, though.
I don't know. I'm from Philly, so they were big. They were huge. Like, when I got on there, it was like, what the fuck? Like, niggas straight, like, damn. And it wasn't even like a following, but just in the street, people, I definitely feel like I got way more male fans then, because I had more of a female base, you feel me? But I'm funny, so wherever I'm at, niggas fuck with it. Like, people like raw shit. It's not a lot of raw comedy out there.
You felt like their fan base fucks with you?
It took a second.
Because they have also like the Barstool fans
the
too,
white
right?
boys. Yeah, I'd be like, I definitely start getting like the fuck you nigger bitch type DMs.
You got those kind of DMs?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Especially when like anything negative happened, like they'd jump on it a little bit. But what I'll say is that the core Man I was for game fans, it wasn't just an automatic like, oh, we fuck with this bitch. It was like, she loud, she annoying, she ghetto. But by episode like 2 or 3, I was getting shit like, it's weird, she grew on me like fungus a little bit. Stuff like that. Like, it was still like, fuck that bitch, but I like that bitch, leave her, keep her. I definitely got a lot of bring her back. Like, that was the thing. So that's lit, you know what I mean? But I've done a lot of big podcasts, 85 South Show. Maybe not a lot, that's it.
When did you end up leaving?
Angela Yee, and Lip Service.
You were a co-host or you just been on it a couple
Both.
times? Okay.
Yeah, Angela Yee's cool. She's
So
a
then
little feisty thing.
Gilly canned you because you were 4 hours late to every show?
No. Yeah, that's crazy. See? You see how that is?
Well, I saw a clip on YouTube.
I know, that's crazy. It's crazy because, like, every time I'm asked about Man I was for game, like, I keep it real, like, it's a great opportunity, you know what I mean? And I just made a decision to do that, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to, like, somebody saying something that's not true, like, I'm not eating that either. I didn't get fired at all. Like, the last conversations we had was like, I'm gonna see you in a second. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we're gonna do this a couple times. I promise you. It was like that. Like, I didn't get fired.
So you didn't get fired?
And I've never been 4 hours late,
They ghosted
ever.
you?
They definitely ghosted me. Definitely got ghosted. Like, I used to be in a group message, and then, like, good morning, niggas. And then that was like, you know what I mean? Good night, nigga. Like, it was
ghosting
over.
is just so much more normal than, like, having a conversation about something at this point. Like, I've had actual, like, big business that I was doing with somebody, and they did something I didn't like, and I just
Yeah,
Just
I
never
mean,
talk to him again.
You can take that, carry that if you want to. Well, I'm from Philadelphia. If a man look me in my eye and tell me something, and then it's something else, you that's it. You're
Right.
that now. Because if any, are you scared of me?
But I'm not gonna lie to him. I'll just once I decide that I'm done with it, I'll just kind of let it go. But
To
also,
ghost completely is pussy in a way.
but I've seen that. I've seen how bad that could be because people really get offended by it, and it makes the situation less amicable.
I didn't get offended by the ghosting at all because I'm a ghoster. I'm an Aquarius. But I was more offended by the we're doing this, we're doing that. Because it's like, I knew that wasn't true then. You know what I mean? So it was just like, it's unnecessary. Like, but yeah, I didn't get fired. Unless I got fired behind the scenes for being 4 hours late. That I never was. Unless I got fired behind the scenes and it was that type of situation.
Were
like,
you
niggas
tardy
ghost
in
me.
general, though? Were you?
Yeah, of course I
Okay.
was late. Everybody was late. It's the thing about it is like, and I just had this conversation, is like, we wasn't on no punch clock shit. Niggas got there when they got there, but I have never been the one they waiting on to do some shit. Like, it never was that vibe. Like,
Right.
it's just flat out not true. But I feel like, for me, I did that years ago. Like, who the fuck would even care to, because I believe that the question was like, have you seen a podcast? She doing well. It's like, why the fuck would we be discussing anything other than, yeah, that's what's up, she doing that. You
Right.
feel me? It screams more about you than it does about me.
So you ain't talked to them since then?
No, we don't talk at all. Never did. Never. After. I ain't reach out, but
From your perspective, was Gilly like a good person to work with? Because sometimes I'm amazed by, like, I like, just for example, and this, I like what he does, but I watched the episode with Cash Doll, and I felt like I was watching like an older brother fucking with his younger sister. Like, he was just like fucking with her. I almost like couldn't believe it because I just hadn't really seen a podcast where this was the dynamic, and it just makes me wonder what his communication style is like off camera.
I'm gonna say this. He is very respectable off camera. He's very polite, sweet. I'm the little sis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, off camera, in my face.
Right.
Yep, like that.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Why the white girl thing? Do people really think you were white?
Yeah, people call me white. When you from the hood, or you black people, period. When you're lighter, you're the white girl.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Was
So-
that tough for you because you obviously don't want to be white?
I mean, I'm pale. Like, I'm not just light skinned. It's white people are not looking good in the press, and I feel like, just period, I really like being a black woman. You know what I mean? And I'm
Right.
not mixed. It's like most people assume that I'm mixed. People say stuff to me like, just because you got black kids don't mean you black, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, people really think that, like, I'm a white girl
So
from
you're
the suburbs.
full African or what?
I'm full black American, like everybody else, a descendant of a slave somewhere.
Okay.
I can explain where there's white in my family, but I'm not mixed. My mother and my father are black. Their parents are black. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
You
so.
just were like one in a
We
million.
like
You
my
came
mother.
out a little lighter.
My father is dark skinned. His mother's my color.
Okay.
My mother is my color, but she has green eyes. I mean, slavery, Adam. Slavery.
No, I feel you. Have you ever like tried to pass as white, like some Rachel Dolezal shit?
I've tried to get whitey, like doing police stuff, but it never works. Like,
Really?
Yeah, I tried to like sound like, hey, how are you guys? It doesn't really work. So. I've
That
never
sounded so
got
fake.
any like privilege in that way. You know what I mean? That's why
Right.
it's a little frustrating. It's like, when am I the white girl? When I'm the lightest person in the room?
Right.
Don't call me a white girl. It's more wrapped up in me loving being a black woman versus me not liking white people.
Right.
I'll say that.
So when did you decide to make that your brand? Or when
From the beginning.
So that was always.
I'm
something
called
you
white
were-
girl, so it's just fit. Don't call me white girl. Don't call me no white girl. I'm not white.
But you were a white girl for a while. Like, were you allowing it for a while?
Literally, everybody calls me white girl. It's a confusing thing. People,
Uh-huh.
everybody calls me white girl now. That's the shortening of it.
Okay.
So it still goes. More people call me white girl than Mona.
All right, guys, we hit 50,000 subscribers. Our next goal is 100,000 subscribers. So make sure you click that button to subscribe. We appreciate y'all very, very much. Thank you.